One, two. There we go.
You can't turn the power.
I didn't turn the power off.
If you turn the power off...
Someone turned the power off, and I think they wanted this show to be canceled. Sabotage. Is this the MC? Someone asks. Yes. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the All Aboard Comedy Day. My name is Matt Hribar, and fortunately... Oh, stop. No, not deserved. Undeserved. No, no, none of that. I was going to say, fortunately or unfortunately, I'm your host tonight, and tonight I brought some of the best people I know who are funny, and I am not part of that, but I still get to tell you some jokes, so. All right, well, let's first congratulate, we're going to congratulate anyone that issue 2 passed, legalizing weed in Ohio, for those who maybe are uninformed. You guys, that makes Ohio the 24th state to legalize weed, which means we're better than half the states in the country. And that's pretty good for Ohio. I think that's actually really impressive for once, so I was really happy. But, I was kind of worried because the rhetoric was getting kind of weird. I had someone who told me, well, if we legalize weed, we're gonna legalize meth next. I was like, that's such a... Someone was like, oh my God, they're wearing Menor, so I should have figured that we'd get one of those. Oh, mentor, sorry, mentor. You can tell how someone pronounces Menor. But, I was like, well, I feel like we'd have to climb a few steps before we legalize meth, right? We'd have to legalize maybe MDMA and ecstasy. We would, maybe mushrooms, right? And then the more I kind of said that to her, I think she got the opinion that I was really intrigued in doing that, which maybe I was, but there was also some rhetoric about protecting the children. And I'd like to put it out there that I think I need to be protected from children. Have you seen children these days? I mean, and I know I sound old saying that, like I'm in my 20s and I'm going, oh, children. But I was actually volunteering to help 4th graders with their writing skills. I was like, oh, it could have been court mandated, you don't know. It wasn't, but it's like the Holly Strano DUI, it could have been, oh, too soon. She's watching from home, not jail, because she didn't get jail. That was all unplanned, but I'm glad we got there. But yeah, protect your children from me. So I was volunteering with 4th grade children with their writing skills, and the one girl, this was like in October, and she goes, do you support Christopher Columbus? And I don't think anyone's ever been asked that, because it makes it seem like he's like alive and functioning. Like, do you support him? And like, do you support Kanye West? Do you support Madonna? Do you support Christopher Columbus? And I was like, oh no, she goes, that was a trick question, and you passed. I was like, oh, okay, so clearly you are anti-Christopher Columbus for good reasons, when it comes to historic figures, we kind of well, they did one good thing, and that just outshines all the other questionable things they did in their time. But then she goes, actually she didn't whisper, I don't know why I said she whispered, she shouted, basically, well, Christopher Columbus rapes dolphins. And I was like, what? I know, and it's a 4th grader, so my internal need to gossip was fighting out the conscious decision, I shouldn't be talking about raping dolphins with a 4th grader. That sounds, they brought it up, but and I'm like, where's the tea, sis? What kind of dolphins did he molest? And so then I'm like, you know what, I just gotta ignore it. And I was like, oh, great, go play tic-tac-toe, or whatever 4th graders do. And so then later I was Googling, I was like, okay, I gotta do some research. You know how it is, anytime something happens, you're like, I'm gonna go do research, aka I'm gonna go Google things. And then I realized this is a bad look. The FBI agent's gonna be raping dolphins? And not gonna look good, for sure. And then I had another 4th grader, so I'm so kind, helping all these 4th graders. She's like, would you like to read my scary story? And I was like, absolutely. And I'm expecting Scooby-Doo scary, right? Oh, there was a ghost. Oh. 4th grade. She starts reading about a murder at the Cecil Hotel. And for those who are that sounds familiar, it's the Murder Hotel in Los Angeles. And I don't know how someone's clutching the pearls on that one. And I don't know how she knew about it. I think there was a Netflix documentary at the time, so I'm wondering did the parents put that on in front of her? So she reads this whole thing about a murder at the hotel, 4th grade, and I'm like, and she's like, what did you think? And once again, my need to be like, this was really juicy. This was really like, she went in on that murder. But then the other part of me is like, ooh, it's a fourth grader. I can't be like, ooh, you knew about murder, girl. Like, no, I can't do that. So I just said, it was so interesting. Slept with them, so. But it's funny when we're talking about like a lot of more talk about banning books, which I feel like 15 years ago, like we all were on the same page, like, don't ban books. And now we're like, ban all the books. And what's so funny about banning books from children is children don't read. I went to the library to get my passport updated, not to read. And I did like a little scan, and the average age in the library was like 70. I mean, I didn't see any young children reading in the library at all, which like, not to shame the library, especially the Menor Library, you know, so well funded of it. But the point is like, the kids don't read, why are we banning books? And you guys, the books that I grew up on, I kind of look back and I go, why did they let me read that? Right? Like the Boxcar Children, that was 4 children orphaned in a boxcar. And that was only the first book, and then they actually got like a rich grandparent, but the whole rest of their lives, they're known as the Boxcar Children. They're like slut-shamed for boxcar. And they weren't real, don't worry. It was real in your head when you read it. But also, another problematic one is those Berenstain Bears. You were ready for this. You were like, yes, stupid mama bear, always trying to ruin the fun. But there was the one where, and I was so shocked when I read this. It's about the new neighbors move into the Berenstain Bears, and they're panda bears. And the panda bears, they keep to themselves, and they like lo mein in the book. And I'm like, that feels really inappropriate, right? I mean, to assume that the panda bears are Chinese, and I know that pandas only come from China, don't correct me on that, but the fact that Papa Bear 2 was just not a fan, like, oh my gosh, I was reading about that? And then there's another one too where sister has a bad habit, she's like eating her nails. And her parents are like, you know what, we're gonna barter with you. If we pay you to not eat your nails, will you do it? And so then brother goes, well, if I do a bad habit, maybe my parents will pay me. What's the lesson for a child? To scam the system? Just hashtag capitalism? Like, what is going on in that book? And the more I think about it too, we had a lot of annoying characters. You know, like Ramona and Beezus, awful, so annoying. Or what about that Judy B. Jones, a narcissist? I'm sorry, I don't care that she's in kindergarten and then eventually goes to first grade. It was always about Judy B. Jones. I couldn't even name you another character. I don't even know if her parents are Mr. and Mrs. Jones, honestly. And the hungry caterpillar, that fat bitch. I mean, just gobbling away, just for you, so self-absorbed. No wonder I turned out the way I did. I love small businesses. Oh, who has a small business out here? Anyone? Oh, a couple people. Oh, like 2 people. Well, yay for 2 people. But here's the problem. Does everyone need a small business? Because I feel like every day a new friend of mine's coming out of the woodwork with, you know, I was complimented one time on how well I bake cookies, so I have a business. Buy my cookies, $7 a cookie. And someone's like, oh, it's true though. It's like, does that include shipping and handling? Like, what are we doing? You know, I have another friend, I'm not gonna name names, and then if they're watching this, you know, whatever. But they were like $20 for a candle. And I'm like, listen, I go to TJ Maxx, I know I can get a candle for $2. So unless you are like the Amish and you are like dipping that candle in the wax, you know how, you know, if you went to like grade school trip at the, you know, at the farm and it's like, well, make some candles, kids, and you do that. I would buy that for 20, but I'm not gonna buy a candle you bought off Amazon and just gave it a new name. It's my vagina candle. Okay, Gwyneth Paltrow. In tip culture, can we talk about tip culture, okay? Because I do believe people deserve to get paid, but it is out of control. I went to a concert, and you know how merch is at the concert, right? It's like $50 for a t-shirt that was made with like the Glidden t-shirt fabric, right? $80 for a sweatshirt that's like with 3 strands. So I'm at the concert, and again, don't want to name names, you too. Oh, so you're wearing it, oh. At the Sphere? Yes, at the Sphere. At the big circle. Well, I went there, and frankly, paid too much to get in there, but it was worth it. But then I get to the merch, and the merch lady's like, okay, I'll get you a sweatshirt. Turns around, grabs a sweatshirt. And so I ring out, it asks for a frickin' tip. 20% tip on an $80 sweatshirt that you turned around and put in front of me? Ridiculous. I even went pumpkin picking this fall. And, you know, of course, when you go pumpkin picking, right, you go out into the fields, you pick up the pumpkin, and then you come and it's like, here's $10. They wanted me to tip for that. I worked. I'm the one who got the pumpkin. Why would I tip you for standing there? And of course, like a lot of things these days are all like self. Like the cashier just goes, pumpkin, and then I do the rest of the work. Outrageous. And then another thing while we're here, I absolutely hate businesses that have their own charities. If you make even like $1 million surplus at your company, just donate the money. I don't need to go to Walgreens. Thank you. I don't need to go to Walgreens and spend $3 on a Gatorade and then give you $1 for your bogus charity. I was at yes, more like exclamation mark. Honestly, I'm furious. I went to the airport. I was at Hudson News for anyone who maybe is too poor to travel. That's where you can get like water and like Chex Mix and magazines. Again, self-checkout, you know. And they go, would you like to donate to our charity? Why do you have a charity? The Walgreens, okay, I get the Walgreens, but all you do is provide Chex Mix at the airport. You don't need a charity. It's ridiculous, you guys. Speaking of self-checkout, I love self-checkout. And I know everyone above the age of 40 in here hates it. Well, now you admitted that you're above the age of 40, so that's on you, honestly. But the thing that I don't like about self-checkout is like the attitude that comes with it. You know, because you have the one employee who sits there and looks at you like they just saw your face like a wanted poster in like the Wild West Saloon. I'm like, I'm doing your job, so can you relax, right? And it's not my fault if I hold an item 2 feet away and it can't scan it. All right, it's gonna go in the bag. If it doesn't get picked up by the barcode, I don't know what to tell you. And frankly, I should get like a 2% employee discount for doing self-checkout. You know, I don't expect a lot, but you can take a couple dollars off the bill, because like, I had to do all the labor, and I'm not complaining about doing the labor, but like, you could kick me back $1 or $2. But now, the machines are getting sassy. I went to Costco and I bought 30 things, so I spent $3,000. And not that far off. It's a little exaggerated, but not much. And you know, in Costco they have like a giant tray, kind of like if you were back in like 6th grade science with like the little scales. Remember those? No, it just means that a weird knee memory. Well, anyway, big tray. So you know, swipe Costco. You know, it's like 40 tacos, 50 pieces of toilet paper. My tray's filled up. So then the machine goes, please pick up items from the tray. I'm like, absolute machine, I got you. Start moving items. Please pick up items from the tray. I'm like, I heard you, I'm doing that, it's gonna take a minute, you know, I have 30 items. Please pick up items from the tray. Can this thing shut the hell up? And then it sounds like it gets more pissy. Please pick up the items from the tray. My gosh, it's out of control. I keep saying that, but it's true. Let's switch. Oh, I'm gonna close on one thing. This is very important. This is a PSA moment. This is like when we watch like a show and they're like, what did we learn today? This is what I want you to take from today. There is a difference between a dad bod, dad vibes, and daddy. Okay? A dad took a moment to settle. Think about it. Because dad bod is a physical thing, okay? Your mom could have a dad bod, all right? For like 4 people, they were like, it's funny. A lot of you took that a little too seriously. A lot of you were like, not my mother. Now, dad vibes, I think this is the easiest one to understand, right? You give off the traits of a good parent, right? So it's like, you seem responsible. You know, if we left a succulent with you, it would still be alive after a few months, okay? Now, daddy is purely a sexual state of being, all right? Unless used by like a southern girl in her 20s to call her father, which is weird. And people go, well, how do I know if someone's a daddy? You know, good question, because a lot of people can fit the daddy definition. It's kind of like knowing if a steak's cooked well. You just know when you bite into it, all right? I thought that was, thank you, one clap. Only one of you out there has a daddy. And I went through the effort, I sat down in my office this week, because this was really important to me, and I wanted to define situational differences, all right? So dad vibes is, I'm choking, give me the hind leg. Dad vibes. Daddy vibes is, choke me. Okay? Dad vibes is, oh, you've been bad. Daddy is, I've been bad. Big difference. And one more, just to let this imagery soak into you. Dad vibes, let's go to the bedroom and tuck your tuckus to sleep. I think we could probably fill in this next one. Daddy is, let's go to the bedroom and put that ass to sleep. That is the difference. So, just in case you needed to know. All right, that's it for me. Oh, stop it. Undeserved. Well, the good news is, this is kind of like when you're at the ski lift. We're just gonna go all the way up from here. So, next up to the stage, it's the incredible, I DJ'd his wedding, and it was a fun wedding. We had a good time. Give it up for the one, the only, Nahmit Bhatt! Woo! Here's the mic.
What's up, guys? Thanks a lot, Matt. That was awesome, dude. Fucking killer. That guy's fucking so much full of energy. I do not have that energy. He did DJ my wedding though, and he kept it pumping. It was fucking great. Did an interracial wedding too. I married a white, which was nice. Excited. It was good. I get street cred now. The cops still bother me so much. We decided to get it in, before the Supreme Court overturns it. Just get it in right there, right before, just slide it in there. No, it's fun being married though, but a few months ago my wife told me that her IUD expired.
Oh?
This is true, Matt, yeah. Her IUD expired. If you don't know what an IUD is for the men, it's a magical device that goes up a woman's vagina, and it prevents pregnancies, but it can also stop periods. So I was like, well, no condoms, no PMS. Can it be the best man at our wedding? It's gonna be great. Just sit up right there, just a little tea. That's a stupid joke. I remember when we were getting it installed though, I went, I was there, and the doctor's down there and she goes, copper or plastic? Oh. I was like, baby, did she say paper or plastic? Does this thing come with wings? Are we getting takeout? This is gonna be great. She goes, no, you idiot. There's a copper IUD and a plastic IUD. Which one should I get? And she's white and I'm an Indian, so she thinks I have some kind of medical degree and medical training. Which I don't, but I'm also a man, so my toxic masculinity takes over, so I gotta make up my own reasoning. So I was like, well, I keep hearing about how microplastics get in the body, and that's not good for you. I also love to get high and watch infomercials, and they all tell me that copper is this miracle element. It's great for the joints, so let's go with the copper IUD, and maybe we'll keep your pussy joints nice and spry. So they went with the plastic IUD. Joke's on them though. I wanted them to do the plastic because I was afraid if they did the copper IUD, that a meth head would try to get up there and steal it and sell it for scrap. It's another stupid joke. So the IUD expired and we had to take it out. So we go back. I just go with her, mostly to look at the drawings. That's my entertainment. But I also like to entertain myself. So I end up talking to the doctor again. I was like, so doc, and she goes, oh fuck, what does this guy want again? This guy wanted paper or plastic. I was like, doc, what do you guys do with the used IUDs when you're done with them? And she goes, well, it's medical waste. We throw it out. I was like, well, instead of throwing this one out, can I have it? Oh. And she's like, why? I was like, well, one of two reasons. One reason is I want to give it the military burial that it deserves. Because that thing's taken billions of shots. Oh. It's never let me down. I trusted that thing like the Israelis trust the Iron Dome. But two, more realistically, was that I wanted to sell it on OnlyFans. They sell used panties on OnlyFans for $40 a pop. I think I can get 100 for a used IUD. 120 for if it's copper. For 150, and I'll clean the cum out.
Oh.
200, and I'll add a little extra.
Oh.
No, so she takes it out, and my wife goes, "We're not going to replace it." I said, "Okay, let's let Jesus take the wheel." She's white, so I do like to talk to her on her level. And then we're driving home. She goes, "Actually, why don't we stop at this CVS and pick up some condoms?" I was like, "Baby, you telling me that me and Magic Johnson are the only guys to get married and then start using condoms? I don't know if that's gonna fly with us." It's an age joke. That didn't fly with you, alright. So, speaking of condoms, we'll revert. I think my Indian mom is actually trying to trap us into having a baby. So my parents redecorated my childhood bedroom. And she comes up to me last time I was over and she goes, hey, I gotta talk to you about something. And I was like, why are we whispering? We're the only people here. She goes, well, I found condoms in your nightstand. I was like, Mom, I haven't lived there in 15 years. She goes, yeah, do you want them? I was like, Mom, I don't know if you're being like Indian and cheap or being an Indian mom and just trying to trap us into having a baby, because those condoms expired at least 6 years ago. But we actually are thinking of having kids. Thank you. Yeah. But as an Indian, I don't go see the doctor. Instead, I go to family dinner. So, like, we're thinking about kids, and my sister is actually an infertility doctor. So we're thinking about kids, and we're like in our late 30s. So I was like, let's just go over there with a bottle of wine and hang out and talk to her. So we go over to my sister's house, and we're talking to her. They're talking about her vagina, which is very weird for me, my sister and my wife. But at the end, she goes, "Well, you have to go do a sperm test." I was like, "Are you telling me that in 7 days' time, I gotta jerk off on my sister's orders?" Because that sounds like every title of every video on Pornhub right now. But then she points at my wife and goes, "Well, also, you need to do a transvaginal ultrasound."
Oh.
I was like, transvaginal ultrasound? I didn't even know those were actually real. I thought that was like a Republican torture device for these teenagers. So basically, we went to my sister for advice, and she basically told me to go fuck myself and for my wife to get fucked. So I went to I went to go do my deposit, but the night before I'm talking to my wife and she goes, are you nervous about anything? And I'm like, well, I'm nervous about a couple things, but the most thing I'm nervous about is getting it in the cup. See, I'm not like a tactical jizzer, you know? I'm more of like let it fly, like I'm Dirty Harry, and like I'll take names later. It's why my wife insists that we have sex on my side of the bed. Like we go through like 3 pillowcases a week. It's a facial surge. I'm up here fucking around. I don't know why. We do have a special bed though. Like, I love our bed. I got in trouble because I spent like $4,000 on our mattress. I lost my Amazon privileges because of it. But it's this awesome bed. Like it's a water-cooled and heated bed. Like I can take out my app and I can set it to like 50 degrees and 100 degrees. But it's also zoned. Like she can set her side to 100 and I set mine to 50 because I'm fat and she's not. But you know, sometimes we have sex sideways and it's like my dick is in fucking Siberia and my head's in Sahara. It's great. Sometimes we have sex right in the middle and I have like like my left butt cheek is cold, my right butt cheek is super hot. But my butthole is chef's kiss. Perfect. Yeah. That's it. But my wife she's an absolute klutz. She's always injuring herself. But this story takes the cake. So this is the middle of COVID, and you know, I stayed up till like 5 in the morning. I play video games. I get woken up by a door slam, and then my wife screaming bloody murder. I hop out of bed and I run out. My wife's screaming emergency. I run over to her, and she goes, "Get my toe." I was like, "I don't want to touch her feet, baby. You know I'm not into that shit." She goes, no, get my toe across the room. Yeah. I look over across the room, my dog's like sniffing at something, I run over, I kick him to the side, I pick up this piece of toe with my bare hand, I run back to her, and she goes, now what do we do? Because I think she really does think I have some kind of medical training. I throw her some napkins and I was like, apply pressure. I fucking know. So I was like, baby, we're gonna go to the ER. I tossed the toe in a bag and put it on ice. We started driving down Euclid Avenue. I go at 70 miles per hour. I ignored like stop signs. I ignored cops. Like I finally know what it feels like to be like one of those ATV riders in East Cleveland. It was fun. We finally get to the ER, but since it was COVID, like they wouldn't let me in, so I had to like send her along her way with her bag of toe. Toe in her bag. So then I sat outside on the bench and I called my dad. My dad's like this quietly Indian, hilarious guy, and I told him the whole story, and he goes, "Well, Nahmit, your kids are going to be good at math." I said, my kids are going to be half Indian. Of course they're going to be good at math. He goes, well, at least they're going to learn fractions very early because her right foot only goes up to 4.5. The end of the story is that she lost her toe. But the silver lining is that we're going to start Deformed Foot OnlyFans. And we're just going to rake it in. All right, guys, I think that's my time. We're going to call it there. Thanks a lot.
Mr. Bhatt, one more time for Mr. Bhatt. Oh my goodness. I learned, I think, a few things I didn't want to know tonight about him, but I love our friendship. It's getting deeper every time we see you. You know, I had a joke about my dad, but he left the room, so I'm going to save that for later. But right now, we'll get to it. I'm going to shave my dad line. We'll get there. But I'm going to call up our next comic. We go so far back, and sometimes, you know, we forget to text, but she is one of the closest people I got in my life, and I love her so much. Everyone, give a warm welcome to the funny, the charming, the elusive, Karyn Adams. Come on down, Karyn. And on deck is Steven.
Ooh, hello. Hello. My first live performance in a while. Sorry, this is a nice little butt scoop for you. So yeah, Karyn, let's start off. Let's do a little icebreaker for you. I was given the name at birth. It was not my choice. It's kind of problematic in the world right now. It has a heavy implication of like unreasonable, illogical, white, angry woman at the moment. And if you are looking at me currently under these changing lights, I look the part. I did downplay the back spike for you. The treasured and timeless art of being a Karen and asking for the manager is passed down through the generations, and you have to appear less threatening than you actually are, and jump out in surprise sometimes, just so that the people keep it fresh. And that's me trying to make you guys laugh. So I will try to explain something else for you. Karen, me still, yes. I am trying to work on this thing. I'm going Karen incognito. Where? I am going by just K, right? You could call it just the letter, you could do the K, Y, whatever you want. But I am trying to keep the Karen part of myself hidden, right? And when she is needed, she can come out in full force. So you have your secret K who's walking around casually, kind of like a superhero in disguise. And then if, I don't know, these people at All Aboard make you the wrong drink, heaven forbid, your Karen could come out. And she could be like, so listen, I asked for the champagne and beers. And I was given, who said Budweiser? And I was given Budweiser. And that's a whole different story that we don't need to unpack right now. I am going to, you're gonna have to forgive me for looking at my notes. I knew about this months in advance, so that's why I'm unprepared. Thank you, yeah. I actually feel the sweat now going down the back of my neck. Turns out I'm a little bit nervous. It is because I am full of anxiety. Oh my God, I am thinking about her all the time. Yes, she is a woman. She is vindictive and spiteful. I am constantly considering whether I am doing a good job in my fight against anxiety. Like even on a good day, I am like, oh hell yeah, bitch, you are totally beating the anxiety today. Like, only for me to still be continuing to think about the anxiety and how I'm kicking its ass, which means it's still a little bit winning. So I'm medicated now. Stop. Thank you. Yes, it's actually going really well because I am up here talking to you instead of hiding in my seasonal depression cave, which is full of moderately soft blankets, at least one dog at all times. Sometimes a candle if I'm feeling frisky. And pants are always optional. Hashtag depression cave. Completely unrelated and totally switching over, we're going to plot twist right now. Ooh. I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a story in how my anxiety likes to force me to think on a daily basis. I like to call it paranoid math. So, consider any daily activity and how it may or may not always totally be entirely terrifying. I am walking to my car. Someone makes eye contact with me across the street. They're following me home. A murderer. In Menor. Imagine. In Menor? Mentor? Menor. Everyone always has to say Menor whenever someone else says Menor, so that we can all communally agree that we're saying it correctly, which is a little bit incorrectly if you're going off of how it's spelled alone. Mentor. Menor. I know that's how it's pronounced. I'm not going to apologize to you. I'm not from here. Back to paranoid math. I'm walking in the grocery store. I see the same person twice, more than one aisle, right? Maybe we do, maybe we don't make eye contact. Maybe we do, maybe we don't pull the same thing off the shelf. They're following me home. Murderer. Obviously. More paranoid math. I am talking to a professional at an establishment that they work at. I see a person behind me in line, like 2 or 3 people. And I'm like gazing around the room because I have a little bit of ADHD and I need to be like moving around. You see how I'm swirling myself in the chair? I make eye contact with this person. Okay, cool. First time's fine. Sometimes you make accidental eye contact. Not everyone's a murderer. Everyone is a murderer! Okay, leave the bank. You're fine. You're going home. You're fine. Walking into your house, I see a person that I don't know. Doesn't live in my neighborhood. Walking down my street. Maybe they do or do not have a dog. Don't let that fool you, okay? A person having a dog in your neighborhood does not automatically make them safe. I know that the dog is always a good boy. But that does not necessarily mean that their humans are always good boys. You're walking into your house, you don't know this person. Whether or not they do or do not have a dog doesn't matter. I make eye contact with this person. It's always the eye contact that gets me, you know? That's when I know that you're a murderer. But plot twist, serial killer. So basically, I'm pretty sure that I'm going to die in like a violent and unnatural way. But I already have a solution for this. I want you guys to hold on to my body until the mystery is solved. No one needs to write me books about it, although I know he will. But it doesn't need to be that, right? I just want you to keep my body until the mystery is solved, and then we can work that out. And then afterwards, I want it to be donated to science, because that's weird and not enough people do it. And like, you can't really test on humans anymore because that shit's fucked up, and I agree that that shit's fucked up. But like, we still gotta know the answers, right? So like, what the fuck am I gonna do with it? Donate? Also, clean out your closets, people. Donate your stuff. Get rid of the shit that you don't wear. Oh my God, buy a new pair of shoes. Your feet stink. Do yourself a favor. Buy a new pair of shoes. I'm going a little bit off the rails here. Going back to my notes. Oh, okay, so I think about this a lot. So if you're like really connecting with someone in a conversation, you're having a great time, and you're like, you know what, man, I feel like we're really on the same wavelength, you know, like we're feeling good, like that's the same wavelength. I think that maybe you and I should consider that we might just be on the spectrum. Who said what? Come on up here, we'll talk about autism. Don't worry, the touch of the tism is really a magic art, you know? When you let that shit ride, like incredible things can happen. I don't always let the things that rule me do wonderful things. You remember my friend Anxiety? She tends to walk all over me. And like even being Alexa Ho, represent, which is that medication that I mentioned earlier. You know, some days are still hard and that's okay. Now I'm pacing the stage. I'll get back to twiddling the chair, that works better for me. Oh, here's a good one. Plot twist on feeling uncomfortable. I already feel uncomfortable, so you guys may as well join me. Let's talk about Catholics. The most generous lead-in you guys have ever received, I'm sure. All right, so I am at a Catholic wedding rehearsal dinner. It is for a family member of mine, one that I love very dearly, and one who is a church-going family member. This does not make any sense to me, but it's okay. It was the way I was raised, and I am tactfully terrified of priests. Rightfully so. I am at this rehearsal dinner, wedding rehearsal dinner, and I am having a beverage, and I am sitting with my younger sister and one of my cousins, and we are chatting, just waiting for the dinner to be prepared. And we're talking about nothing, talking about our drinks, and the priest who is officiating the wedding comes over. Father, yeah. Going off of the thing that does not fall into any of the categories of dad, daddy, or dad vibes. That one is not included. That one is a separate category, removed from this universe. It is in its own multiverse. Anyway. So, father comes over, asks, what are you drinking? Stone-facedly, my younger sister says, the blood of Christ. Oh man, I can feel another bead of sweat going down my neck right now thinking about it again. I was like, woo, if that is not a healing moment from my traumatic Catholic childhood, let me tell you what. But it continues. Oh, it gets so much better. You didn't think it could get better than that, it can. So, he then, Father, ew. He turns to my admittedly male cousin and says, will you smack her because I can't? Again with the stone face. Oh, more abuse from the Catholic Church. So like, at that point I couldn't decide if I should willingly spit out my drink or if I should just have 4 more consecutively in a row. Continued to be a healing moment for my traumatic Catholic childhood anyway. All right, I'm gonna leave you with a couple more things. Let me pull up these notes because they're really silly. And it's just some stuff that's going to make you think about random things in your life, how you feel about yourself, how you feel about the world. A Three Musketeers chocolate bar is just an unripe Milky Way. My body, your body, is a temple. Therefore, a church. Therefore, exempt from taxes. And the last one. Call it a ravioli, call it a Hot Pocket, but the planet is one of them. Planet Earth is a ravioli. A molten hot center surrounded by a flaky, dusty crust. And if you pinched a corner, hot liquid lava will come out and burn you.
Oh, that's good.
And that is me. Thank you, my friends. I hope I have opened a new window into the world of Karyns for you. Thank you for your time.
Karyn Adams, love you! Karyn and I have already decided that I should play her anxiety because I am just a ball of it, so it would be a really good pair for her. All right, so here's the dad joke from earlier. So my dad's here tonight. And my dad has this habit of referring to my mom, his wife, and me as his friends. So the 3 of us will go to like, I don't know, like Bob Evans. Sorry, excuse me. And pumpkin bread. And the 3 of us go to Bob Evans, and my dad will go, my friends and I would like a table. When anyone else, any normal person would go, my family, my son and my wife, and I would like a table. And I've been thinking, like, you know, is it because he's embarrassed to be seen with us? Is he like demoing like a witness protection program? But then I just realized, you know what? I think it runs the family. Commitment issues. So, all right. That one we'll workshop a little bit later, but we'll get back to that one. The ravioli joke was better, Karyn. All right, next to the stage. If he gets a 10-point star for bringing the most people tonight. So let's welcome to the stage the charming, the eccentric, I'm trying to think of a third, rule of 3. Sexy. Take that, fiance. I'm coming for your job. I'm kidding. Steven Tyler Martin, come on down. Share your comedy with us.
Thank you. Give it up for Matt, everybody. He's DJing my wedding in April, which is crazy. You better watch the fuck out. If you're getting married, he's coming after you. He's gonna DJ your fucking weddings. Look out. Yes. As Matt said, I can't put these fucking lights. Like, my God, it was like look at my Christmas lights this morning. We hung them up, and they do this. They just fucking change, like fucking ADHD shit going on right now. My name is Steve Martin, and that was a mistake. My parents named me after one of my uncles who passed away, and the nurse pointed that out to them when they read the birth certificate. Like, oh great, that's wow, like the comedian. And they're like, oh shit, no, we just named our child Steve Martin. And then it's weird because growing up in the time where it's like, when you're really young, there's like 2 different types of Steve Martin fans. There's like the Steve Martin fan that was like the fans from SNL and like the Jerk era. And then there's like Selena Gomez fans like Steve Martin. And anything like after that, you're just dead. You don't know who the fuck that person is. But it's just like, every time someone would come up to me when I was a kid, and I had no fucking clue, I was like 10 years old, they're like, oh my god, Steve Martin, like the jerk. So I'm just this 10-year-old child just being called a jerk by a grown-ass adult. As they're just staring at me. I'm like, oh my god, I don't know what you're talking about. It's crazy. I'm really glad they're back into comedy. I haven't done this in a couple of years, so it's really great. And getting into comedy is really hard, especially with a name like Steve Martin. When I first did comedy, you usually put your name on like a list, and have it listed out and everything like that. And they tell you like when you're gonna go up, and it's just whatever. You just kind of, it's like a fucking roulette wheel of like comedy. So you're sitting there, and the first time I went up to the bar, put my name on the list, Steve Martin, I think I was like 8th or 9th up, I don't remember. I'm not who's keeping score. And it's like an hour goes by, it's like 2 hours go by, it's like 3 hours, I'm like, hey, I go up to the host, I'm like, dude, like, I'm performing tonight, I wasn't sure, like, if like it got shuffled around or something like that, and they're like, yeah, what's your name, man? And I was like, it's Steve Martin. I'm like, oh, fuck, you're real. We crossed your name out like 2 hours ago. We thought this was a joke. So I go up and I do my set and everything. I come down and they're like, hey man, well that's great. Like have you ever like decided like maybe use like your middle name as like the first part? So like part 1 Steven, your middle name. But as Matt has said in my introduction, my middle name is Tyler. My name is Steven Tyler. Steven Tyler Martins. There's no fucking getting around that. You can't just come up on stage with like comedy. It's not like when you're in a band, when like you go to a band, like you're a cover band, right? You get songs together and you go up and you're just like, what's up? I'm hearing impaired Panther. And here's Guns N' Roses. We're about to do Welcome to the Jungle. Like you can't do that shit here. I can come up and be like, let's talk about IUDs. Here we go. And like, you can't do that shit in comedy. You can't. My life's just full of a bunch of memes right now. A lot of the stuff that happens is like a lot of dates in my life, like just random days that have done things or like important things in my life that I've done that just happened. Like I got my wisdom teeth pulled on Friday the 13th by a doctor named Dr. Blood. I shit you not. It is not a lie. Fucking look it up. North Olmsted, dentistry, I don't remember. Go for it. Google me. Go ahead. I'll give you a second. I'll let you get on your phone. I got a colonoscopy on April Fool's Day. 10 out of 10 would recommend. Seriously though, colonoscopy is fucking great, dude. Shitting all day the first day. Wonderful. Love it. I thought I'd wake up and like, surprise, you're into butt stuff. Joke's on you, motherfucker. I'm getting married in April. I'm getting married. My fiance's here. Straight. Still would love you if you got turned into a worm. I'm getting married on April 20th, 2024, motherfuckers. That's right. 4/20, 2024. The first legal 420 in Ohio. Yes, I know. Get this. Ready for this? Quick math. What's 45 plus 24? My 45th wedding anniversary is be 4/20/69. What the fuck? That's nice. Yeah, it's very good. Yeah, man. I'm telling you, it's crazy. I do like I like going to like the self-checkout thing though too. I'm sorry I have to bring it up.
Bring it up.
I'm bringing this fucking up. I think it's a wonderful thing because you want to know why? Everyone complains about how much not getting paid. Some motherfuckers out there working part-time not getting paid enough to do that shit, and then also has to get paid to listen to you guys complain about how they're not bagging their stuff. Here you go. You want to know a real good way about getting about the rising inflation rate? Just fucking steal. No one's going. Do you think that person's going to stand by the door and just be like, yeah, hold on a second, put that cat litter back on the scale? No, I mean, you're getting paid like $12 an hour. I'm just gonna be like, nice, right? Small business owners are gonna love that when a Walmart goes out because of their overhead's just gone. I had a wild stealing spree when I was younger. I got really drunk and I just stole things from bars. I have a box of things at our house that it just has stuff that I've stolen, like menus, knives, ketchup bottle, condiment bottles, just things like that. Mom, it's okay, I got this. I know what you're doing. Salt and pepper shakers. which made me really, really nervous because there's like a party going on out there. And oh hey, what's up, everybody? That's all fucking window. What's going on? There's like a whole there's a party going on, and I see a cake over there. And the last big party that we had back in like before COVID shut everything down and everything, I just like got really drunk and I walked past like a party and I just stole a cake. It was like a half sheet cake. Like I just walked by and just scooped it up, and it just not idea how fucking easy it was. It was so weird that just like I walked through like half the crowded bar through the party with a half-eaten sheet cake to my table to sit down, and we just ate that cake for the rest of the night. Probably my crowning achievement when I was drunk stealing things was New Year's Eve one year. So I got a little dressed up, got like a suit, like little vest, a little tie, and everything like that. And I was with a group of people downtown, and from one of the bars and everything like that. And again, pretty drunk. New Year's just like hit, everyone's going wild. And we're at this bar, and I walk past someone, I bump into them, and I look a lot like my dress code was what the bartenders were wearing. So I was like, all right, cool, I'm going back to the hotel here in like a couple hours. Whose food is that? Do you need help with the food? Are you good? That's okay, your food's gonna be cold. So I'm just like, okay, cool, like, I wonder, I'm going back to the bar, like, I'm going back to home, like, hotel. And I'm like, okay, well, let's see what, I would love to get a bottle of champagne maybe for later. So I'm like, my friend's just like, yo, why don't you just go and take that bottle of champagne that's behind the bar? And I'm like, I mean, I guess, sure, why not? So I just like walk back behind the bar, like just dressed up like there, stumbling too, because I'm like drunk. I walk up to the bottle and I grab it. I start walking away and I hear someone go, hey! And I turn around, it's another bartender, and they're like, we need like 4 lemon drop shots down at the group at the corner of the bar. And I have this bottle of champagne. I'm like, yeah, you got it, bro. I'm coming for you. I have no fucking clue how to make lemon drops. So I like literally just grabbed like, I think tequila. And whatever like drink mix looked yellow. And just poured it into the drink. And then I handed it to like the people at the bar. And they're like, thank you so much. I'm like, yeah, you got it. And I just walked away. And then I hear like in the corners, I'm walking out like, these are fucking disgusting. I'm not having any more. I'm going to fucking hell after that, man. I mean, I really honestly don't. Like, I'm not very religious. I'm like more spiritual now, which is kind of like being religious but gluten-free. I mean, like, if you think about, like, the thing is, like, hell's like a party. When I was younger, I was like, fuck yeah, I would love to do that. Let's go, let's rage all night. Now that I'm, like, in my 30s, I'm like, I'd rather be in heaven where I'm, like, in bed by 8 o'clock. And no one's doing anything, we're just fucking sleeping. Instead of, like, rave music and shit like that, it's just, like, soft, soothing, like, harp music. That'd be great. I would love that. I don't know, man. I really think that, like, I would really, really like if just, like, religion, like, kind of really just made sure that, like, God... Like they think like they portray God as like a man, and I really think that if God like was a woman, things would have been a lot more like the Bible would be significantly shorter because of the problems that they solved as a woman. Significantly like quicker, right? Like if the book is like this, it's literally like this is a man trying to find his car keys, and then this is like the woman walking in the room and being like, "Are you fucking blind? If your dick wasn't attached, you wouldn't be able to find it." Like that's the everyone's fucking like woman finding shit quote. Right? You sin, right? When you sin and God's the man, right? You suffer his wrath, right? That's a beating. You don't want to get the belt of God, right? Can you imagine if God was a woman? It would be more like just horrifying if if like the woman God came down here and been like, Stephen, I'm not mad at you. I'm just disappointed. And then just walked away and then you're just like, fuck. Oh my God, Jesus, what the fuck? You think about all those times too, like back in like the Bible era, like Old Testament shit, like I could not, they ate way too much bread at that time. And for someone who can't take gluten very well, like that would not be in that type of boat, right? Can you imagine if like one of like the 12 disciples had like a gluten intolerance at the Last Supper? You know, like just like, hey, you know, Big J man, right here. The blood, great, love it, but like this bread, I got this new robe like today, and I'm fucking like, I'm just blowing out a little bit too much. Like, I'll have more of the wine for sure, but I gotta skip the bread. Like, Judas and I, we're going out later, and I need you to, like, you know, I just want to be like, I want to look slim. I just want to be looking good, right? He's like, oh God, look, here comes Judas. Judas, why are you kissing Jesus? Oh man, I didn't know. I knew you were bi. Dude, come on. You see the shit he does with feet. Pop off, queen. Anyways, I don't know. How much time? Where are we at? Like 2 minutes? Alright, I said I wouldn't bring out my phone, but I got like one thing on here.
Yes, queen.
Let's see what's up in here. Hold on a second. Is anyone drinking Christmas ale tonight? Wow, how good is it this year? It's great? How was it last year? Yeah?
A little bit less great.
Yeah, see, here the fuck of people drink Christmas ale when it's like so inconsistent, right? There's someone, yeah, you're like, exactly. I thought you were drinking the Coors. The man, his hand went, no, this guy's hand went up and like, it was just like not going into your mouth. And I was like, what the fuck is happening?
Wait.
You got a shirt? That's a sweatshirt, but that's cool.
No, she went to the
Honorary first pour. So you wore that so that they come to you and then like you poured it, or did you drink it?
You want me to tell you the long version?
I mean, I got 2 minutes or something. Let's go.
Great Lake says yo. Write about somebody.
Great Lake says yo.
Write about somebody you like.
Write about,
I
okay.
wrote about my dad. He's a great person.
Okay.
I write about him like I'll never effing win.
Sure.
And they called me up. They're like, you won. I said, shut the hell up.
Shut the hell up.
And they said, come down.
Mm-hmm.
The whole experience is on us. And they treated us to the world, literally.
What did they do? They fly you to Paris?
They flew me to Cleveland.
Oh shit, where you from?
I'm from Mentor.
Oh. Wait, they flew you from Mentor to Cleveland. We're all big spenders, Great Lakes Brewery. Oh shit, bust out the private Christmas ale jet. Gonna fly you 10 seconds to fucking Cleveland.
Yeah! Right?
Burke Lakefront Airport. That's cool. Did they do like that thing in like Philip It's Always Sunny where they just flew around like Cleveland for like 6 hours?
Yes!
I gotta get the mileages up on this plane.
They're like, wow, there's the Brown Stadium, and nobody cares. Just kidding.
Really, no one cares about the Brown Stadium. I'm glad you cared about it.
I know.
That's really cool. That's awesome. Nice. Yeah. Cool. I don't know. I just like having an experience with people like that. That's great. I don't really have a lot of crowd work experience, but I think that's a really good one. It's good.
Every year it's effing different.
Effing different.
It's never the same.
Mm.
You get what you get, and
Yeah.
you just drink it because you're like a weird snob.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, it's like a cult.
It
Love
is.
Christmas ale.
Yeah, I know. Watch out when they switch it for Kool-Aid next time. All right, everybody, that's my time. Thank you so much.
Steve and Tyler Martin! You and Karyn should take some like religious trauma classes together, maybe. That was fun. All right, come on to the stage next. If you know local comedy, you know this guy. He is funny. He's charming. Is he single? No, you're taken? Well, I'm so happy for you. Last time you were on stage, I saw you were desperately single. So that makes me the only single person of the show. So good for me, I guess. So I'm looking. If you have any friends, let me know. All right, bring it up to the stage, Bryan Sternik. Get down here, bro.
Thank you, Matt, my desperately single looking ass. Give it up for Matt, everybody. Jesus Christ, fuck you, Matt. Jesus. You fucking Degrassi, it goes there. You fucking locked that in. You had to go savage mode on that. Hell yeah. Yeah.
I was looking out for you.
No, I appreciate it. Nice haircut. Did you lose a bet? Anyways, I'm Bryan, everybody. I'm Bryan. Give it up for your last comic, Steve Martin, everybody.
Yeah. Great.
Do you remember when Steve told that story about the guy at the show who was like, hey, you shouldn't go by Steve Martin. You should go by your middle name, Steve Tyler. That was me. Okay? That was me. It's true. He's looking at me. He's like, see the glasses. He's like, you're fucking preaching, brother. I am. That was me. When he told me Steven Tyler, I was like, go by Tyler Martin. He was like, I'm just fucking gonna walk away now. I'm disrespected. I'm like, it's all right. It's cool. I gotta be honest, I had a really good day, everybody. I had a really good day today, okay? Ooh. I did, yeah, because I'm not desperately single anymore, you fucking asshole. I had a great day. My favorite OnlyFans model went on Instagram Live, and I was so pumped, okay? If you don't know what OnlyFans is, it's, a couple people probably don't, it's where women get naked, and you pay for it. It's incredible, support local artists, that's what I say, support them. It's incredible. My favorite OnlyFans model, she went up when she was on Instagram Live, I knew I fell in love a little bit because she was making margaritas with her girlfriends and she was just repeatedly listening to the Walking Dead theme song. And I was like, I fucking love this woman so much. She's a walker. This is incredible. So on Instagram Live, I don't know if you guys are aware, when they go on live, you can comment stuff and they can read it and they can answer your questions. And a lot of people on this Instagram were just commenting stuff about, because she gets naked. They're like, show us your boobs, or twerk, or show us your butt, or dance. And I was like, I'm not gonna do that. I've seen this woman naked because I've paid for it. I wanna ask her personal questions because I wanna get to know this woman, all right? So she's making her 5th margarita in 20 minutes, and I comment, hey Megan, what's your favorite flavor Pop-Tart? The people wanna know. And usually I don't answer those questions, but thank God she's one of her drunk friends. And her friend you just hear her in the background, hey Megan, what's your favorite flavor of Pop-Tart that people want to know? And then Megan just bounces around, she's like, my favorite Pop-Tart is unfrosted cherry.
Ew. Oh.
And I got the fuck off that live stream, you disgusting person. Fuck your personality, show me your boobs, okay? I was wrong, I don't want to get to know you, okay? You suck. Show me them titties. It was a good day besides that, you know, it was fun. My girlfriend is unaware of my OnlyFans, so fuck you again, Matt, you son of a bitch. It was pretty cool. You guys probably don't know me, so I just want to make this clear right away. No, I do not believe in conspiracy theories, okay? I do not. But I do believe in lizard people. They're real, they're among us every day. Watch the fuck out, there's a lizard man, they're coming, they're real. But I'm not talking about actual lizards that live in the sewers that are secretly people of power. No, I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about everyday people with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis. Okay, half the audience have seen those Cyndi Lauper commercials, okay? This happened because psoriasis is a skin disease where your blood cells work too hard and they form dry patches over your skin and you itch and everything. I got this. I got psoriasis. I can say this, okay? I'm a psoriasis boy. I'm with it. I got the psoriasis. And it's, you know, anyone else have psoriasis in here? Nope, no one else has the balls? Okay. It affects 15% of the population. There's a fucking liar in here, okay? There's one person in the audience that's like, oh fucking shit, I gotta hide my elbow. I'm like, hey, fucking you, Paul, show it, show the world. I love having psoriasis, dude, it's fucking awesome. No, not everybody else, I'm talking about you, my guy. Fucking psoriasis is sick, dude. Sure about that? Okay, you're not supposed to be funny, you're supposed to answer my fucking questions, get me in the front. He's like, you sure about that, bitch? And I was like, okay, fuck it, we're in mentor, or manor, or whatever you said. How do you say it, mentor?
Manor.
Well, you said mentor, and I said mentor, and then I repeated it, and you were like, no, fuck you. And I'm like, I'm just asking questions, flannel lady, I'm just asking questions. It's mentor. Manor. Manor. You don't even live here? Get the fuck out of Manor. Go! You're not allowed in this neck of the woods anymore. Go to Lakewood. Go to Lakewood on the west side. I love having psoriasis. It's fucking awesome. Back to it. I'm pretty close with my family. I'm Polish and Puerto Rican. We're in Menners. There's no Puerto Ricans here at all. None in this room, at least. I know you probably have one Puerto Rican neighbor, and you're like, yeah, I know they're Puerto Rican because they're blasting Daddy Yankee at 10:30 p.m. on a Tuesday night. You can tell, that's how we roll. My dad's Polish, my mom's Puerto Rican. They met on a beautiful holiday. That holiday was Dingus Day.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, now the Polacks are popping out. They're like, yeah, we're stupid, yeah! I'm with it. It's not punching down if you're one of them, man. It's not. They met on Dingus Day. My dad, the Polak, he was shooting women he found attractive with a squirt gun. And my mom, the Puerto Rican, was getting in a night fight in the parking lot at 3 a.m. and they fell in love. Mentor. Yeah, I did it. That's not, I told that joke to my mom, she heard it. She's like, that's not really how it happened. And I was like, how did it happen, Mom? She's like, we met on a street corner. And I was like, I prefer my version better, actually. Surprisingly, I do. And she's like, what do you mean? I was like, how'd you meet on a street corner? She's like, we worked around the block. And I was like, well, Mom, it sounds like you worked on the block. And she's like, oh, Jenny from the block? I'm like, no, Pretty Woman. She's like, oh, you shouldn't have complimented me. I'm like, I'm calling you a whore! Sorry, I just noticed the ladies in the side table over here. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. There's no are you Puerto Rican?
No, I'm Mexican. Try again.
Oh, fuck you. Sorry, I was just asking you a question. Hey, Menor lady, help me out. Well, that doesn't live here. You're never coming back again. I'm just kidding. My abuelo, you got an abuelo though, right? It's the same word. Do you say abuelito or do you use it abuelo?
I was adopted.
Oh, fuck. I should have asked you this. I don't know where to go from there, I'll be honest. I was like, where's your abuelo? She goes, I don't know my fucking family, you fucking piece of shit Puerto Rican man. I'm like, it's true, okay?
I just don't speak Spanish, really.
You don't need to speak Spanish to be Latino. You ever seen an Italian woman with hoop earrings? They're fucking Puerto Rican as shit. You ever seen that? You ever see some girl named Brittany with 2 Y's in her name and she's like, oh my god, I love Gasolina. Bad Bunny's awesome. And you're like, oh, you Puerto Rican? She's like, nah, I'm Sicilian. I was like, you're a fucking liar, Brittany. I regret dating you for 4 months. I regret it completely. I'm pretty close. My family's cool. My uncle, he's a little weird. He's that guy, you ever go to a family reunion, you love seeing your family, but there's that one guy, you're like, I'm just gonna say hi and go to the snack table. That's what I'm gonna do. My Uncle Russell is that guy. He's 100% always that guy. I do stand up for a living, and he knows that, and he's never been to one of my shows. So he comes up to me, and he goes, so Bryan, you do comedy to prove points, right? And I was like, well, no, comedy's about making people laugh. And that's, if you want to prove points, you can, but it's got to be funny. And he goes, I think you should prove some points. I was like, what points are you talking about? He looks me dead in the eyes and goes, tell me how you feel about drag brunches. And I was like, I don't know. I don't go to them, but, I think they should. If you want to go to them, I think you have every right to go to them. I don't think they should be closed. I just think you should go if you want to go. He goes, I just don't like it. I don't like men wearing makeup and high heels affecting our children. I was like, first of all, Uncle Russell, you don't got any kids. Second off, you're wearing a Kiss t-shirt right now. Connect the dots, okay? It's all men wearing makeup and high heels, mentor. I was like, that doesn't make any sense, Uncle Russell. He's like, they're confused. I was like, no, you're confused. You went to their concert in '87, motherfucker, okay? You dressed up as Gene Simmons, and I saw the picture at the time. You were fucking doing it, Uncle Russell. He got pissed off, and he left the party early. He's like, I'm fucking done. And he's like, Bryan, you're a disgrace to the family. And drove off, and when he was driving off, he was blasting Poison, and I was just yelling at him, you're not helping your cause, Uncle Russell! He didn't get it. He didn't get it. I went to a Catholic high school, and I could, you'd expect from that crowd reaction that people didn't go there. But I could tell from that crowd reaction, most people went there and they're like, oh fuck no. The memories. My Catholic high school, it was in Parma. You guys know Parma, it's Ohio's New Jersey. That's what it is. Don't lie, there's no Italians, but it sucks, okay? It's horrible. And I went to school in Parma, and no one gave a shit that the teachers are banging the students. No one cared. No one gave a shit. Don't worry, guys, it was female teachers. It's fine. It's all good, okay? No one gave a shit. When I was 17, I had this random memory. My buddy was like, yo, I banged my English teacher. And I was like, no, you didn't, dude. She's like 35, and you're a plumpy 17-year-old. There's no way. And then he showed me a nude that she sent him on Facebook Messenger. And I was like, oh shit, you banged the shit out of her, dude. Oh, she sent that on Facebook Messenger. That means she has job security, for sure, okay? For sure. And then I kind of left it out of the water because I was in high school just figuring out what my locker code was, you know, the whole thing. And then when I was 21, I got really drunk with all my buddies, and I remembered that. So I went home, I was drinking, and it was at 4 a.m. I messaged her on Facebook, and I was like, "What's up, Katie?" And she was like, "Hey, what do you need?" And I was like, "Just want to know if you want to hang out soon, maybe go to Cracker Barrel or something, do you want to party?" And she was like, "No, you were a former student of mine." And I was like, "Well, you know, I never had you in class. We were just at the same place at the same time. How romantic." And she said, "I'll be honest, Bryan, this is kind of creepy." And I said, "Well, you're a pedophile, so it could be worse." And that's my girlfriend now, Matt. I fuck you, motherfucker. I'm kidding, it's not. She didn't text back. I think I was too old for her. I think that's what the case was. She saw a beard and she's like, "Not my cup of tea, okay? I want one pube on the testicles. Just one pube." Dude in the blue hat, you ever bang a teacher? You ever want to? Absolutely, yep. Hell yeah. You know what? I was off on you earlier. You're a cool guy, beard guy. You're pretty solid. He's like, "Yeah, I tried to fuck my science teacher. She didn't want those protons into her electrons. For sure, she didn't." That's close enough. Sorry, not you guys. I don't know what this poll's. Sorry. This is not.
That's for later.
No, you don't talk, lady, not for later. She is gonna be horny as shit in 20 minutes. That's what she's like, "That's for later." And then she like rubbed her nipple and she's like, "I teach algebra." Stop it, Martha, stop it. She said, "Well, I'm not. Didn't you hear? Fuck you, man, you pussy." I don't like this poll. I'm sorry, it's not a part of the show. I had jokes, but I don't like this poll. I keep looking at it. I want to see you with the Christmas shirt on, but I keep seeing this fucking poll that she's gonna lube up in 30 minutes, and I don't like it. My shoes untied. I don't give a shit anymore, okay? Steve, no, fuck you, okay? This is not happening, okay? Okay, you guys are all fucking horny table over here, Jesus Christ. She's like, "Tie that shoe," and she goes, "She wants to fuck you in the ass." I'm like, what is happening right now? What is going on? Anyone smoke weed in this room? Anybody? No, not you. I'm talking to the guy with the reggae. What the fuck? You look like his accountant, okay? I'm not talking about you. I don't have a joke for that. I just wanted to say that. I'm so sorry, dude. 20 a G. I got you in a second, okay? Oh man, I'm gonna do a joke I haven't done in a long time. Let's close up on it. I used to work at a grocery store, Acme in Parma, the New Jersey, Ohio thing. I used to work there at Acme. I was a stock boy. Do we have any former stock boys in the room? Yeah, a couple. Yeah, the one woman, she's like, "Oh fuck yeah, they misgendered the fuck out of me." I'm Brittany. It's all right. Yeah, I used to be a stock boy, and as a stock boy, they used to make you do everything. I used to clean bathrooms, and I don't know if anyone's ever cleaned bathrooms. I'll say it. Surprisingly, the women's bathroom is way more disgusting than the men's. Okay. Yeah, thank you, table of friend, for confirming. Okay. Like, we've been to the men's, it's fucking tidy. They have a couch and shit. Which is weird, because when you're a kid, like all the fellas in the room, you remember, there was a point before puberty that it was just the boys' locker room. You'd go in there, you'd be like, "Yeah, we're all fucking, we gotta fucking go in this dirty bathroom." And there was always the mystery, like the women's bathroom has to have like perfume and TVs and everyone's just having pillow fights or some shit. But you go in there as an adult, you're like, "These women are disgusting, okay? What is happening in here?" I went to clean the women's bathroom this one time when I was working at the grocery store, and I looked and there was a baby in the toilet. Yeah, I was like, "Are you kidding me right now? The trash can's right there. You clogged the toilet." Really ruined my day. I was only making $8.50 an hour. Thank you, ladies, for laughing. I was scared. There's secret gigglers over here. Thank you. Are you Italian, actually? No? So you got the hoop earrings. I was like, "You gotta be Italian. She's definitely not Puerto Rican, okay?" I'm not gonna ask your races. I already fucked out. That was weird. Nah, I did. Well, last thing I did have another good thing. I did quit my job recently. I quit. Yeah, you guys support good decisions. Cheers on you guys. I quit my job recently because I don't like it when people tell me what to do. Which is a horrible reason to quit a job. I mean, that's every job. I quit because I don't like when people tell me what to do. This is my boss. He went up to me and he was like, "Hey, Bryan, I want you to have sex with my wife."
Oh.
And I was like, "I don't want to do that. I have a girlfriend." "Fuck you, Matt." I got a girlfriend. I'm not going to do that. But I did need a job, so I did it. I did. I don't know. It was just, I hated working for my parents. She doesn't get it. I'm making a joke that I had sex with my mom, okay? All right, now I need to close up on something else, because fuck it, okay? What else? I work on, my real job. I didn't quit my job, and I didn't have sex with my mom. I'm just gonna be honest with you guys, okay? It didn't happen. I actually work in Cleveland. I work on a tour comedy bus called the Cleveland Funny Bus. Have I seen you guys on there? Oh shit, next time they go on, they're like, "That guy fucks his mom." I'm like, "No, it was a bit, I promise." Yeah, I work on the Funny Bus. You guys, when were you guys on? Last summer? Okay, last summer. Okay, oh, I fucking lost track of yesterday. I'll be honest. No, okay, I remember you a little bit because you're smiling and laughing. Okay. The Funny Bus, you guys are cool on there. Most people on there are fucking maniacs, okay? You remember, it's just insane people. It's be like, "Yeah, fucking yell at that man, play fucking It's Raining Men, do it, Bryan, we're gonna kill you." It's weird. But I do it. And I'll be honest, I'm not gonna meet most of you guys again except them. I'll see you guys in September. I'm done. My boss is a rich man, and he went to fucking Spain.
Ooh.
Yeah, and I get paid $50 for a fucking tour.
No!
Yeah, yes, man. Yes, I'm pulling grievances. You get paid more than $50 for a thing. Yeah, an hour. Well, I get an hour and a half, so it's actually not that bad. Fuck you. It's not. But yeah, I work on the bus and I do tours. So I like to tell people, I'll tell my family, because my dad's a paramedic and all my sisters and my cousins are all nurses. They're all heroes. So I get drunk all the time, like, "Hey, you guys know I'm a hero too." And they're like, "No, you're not. You just get drunk on a bus." And I was like, "I do tours." I was in Iraq last Tuesday. That's what I'm talking about. I'm just in Iraq doing shit, and I'm not. And my family always gets mad. They're like, you're not a hero. You're just telling your thoughts to strangers. And I'm like, yes, I am. But guess what, Mom and Dad? Laughter is the best medicine. So I'm killing it, okay? Guys, I'm Bryan Sternik. Follow me on Instagram or Twitter or MySpace. Give it up for your cool host that's not mean to people. Matt Hribar, everybody.
Oh, you give it up for Bryan. Oh. It's honestly, I don't think I've been called a pussy since high school. It's been very rewarding, Bryan. I was like, oh, I missed that. And thank you for confirming, because I was like, should I work for the comedy bus? And I think I'm good, Bryan. I think that the pay, they gotta pay you more, buddy. And also, I should clarify, undesperate and taken, Bryan Sternik. So, poor thing, poor girl. All right. Moving on, another infamous comedian whose dry wit is just, it's like the driest wine. So if you love a good dry wine, you're gonna love this next guy. The talented, the funny. Let's give it up for Brett Thomas. Come on down, bro. Who's looking extra thick today? Bryan. I mean Brett, sorry, I was looking at Bryan. Give it up, Brett Thomas.
I went to Jared to get my girlfriend an engagement ring, and when I first got there, the salesman said, "Hey, let me see a picture of her." So I pulled out my phone, and he's like, "You're a very lucky guy. I wish I was you." So their first sales tactic is to politely tell you they want to fuck your girlfriend. I didn't do the old school thing where I asked my fiance's father for permission, because that's like an old school thing, because what you're basically asking is, hey, can I take care of her now? And I didn't ask because she makes 5 times more than I do. People make fun of me that my fiance makes more than me, but my only response is, I don't date broke bitches. She always asks me the same kind of stuff, like, hey Brett, would you love me if I was a worm or a shoe? And I say yes. But when I ask, hey, would you still be with me if I was a registered sex offender? Turns into a hypocrite. I see how this relationship is. It's a one-way street where I have to let the community know I live there. I love buying my fiance flowers though, because whenever you go to the store and buy a woman flowers, you can literally do no wrong. Like, you could be in the store and just gun down everybody. No open casket funerals. As you're walking out, someone's gonna be like, hey, lucky lady at home. I met my fiance's parents a few years ago, but she could never meet my parents because they passed away when I was a child. And if I ever said, hey, want to meet my parents? That's a threat. Before I was with my fiance, I talked to and went out with a few other women. And I'm gonna tell those jokes anyway because good material is hard to come by. So, going backwards in time. I was seeing this woman and I said, hey, I stopped talking to other women. And she was like, oh, you didn't need to do that. I knew it wasn't going to work out when I said, since we've been together, have you been with any other guys? And her response was, please don't hate me. I wanted to say something impactful, so I looked at her and said, hope he was worth it. She said, all of them were. One time I was outside of a bar, and this woman just lost her credit card. And I walked up to her and said, hey, you can just have my credit card. And she said, get out of here, Four Eyes. I got declined before my card did. I was texting back and forth one time with this woman who just got out of jail for vehicular assault.
Oh.
And I said, I would be flattered if you hit me with your car. She responded with, you would be flattened. Another time I was hanging out with this woman, she had a piercing above her lip. And I said, hey, that's a pretty cool piercing. And she was like, it's a mole. I like those too. So Thanksgiving just happened, and a few Thanksgivings ago, I was at my fiance's family's. Instead of saying what we were most thankful for, we went around the table and did stuff that we wished for to happen. I know it's the opposite, but it was all good stuff. Like her one aunt said, I hope that my grandchildren are born healthy. Then her other aunt said, I hope my divorce goes smoothly. And then my wish was that everyone's wishes doesn't come true. My wish didn't come true. So what I learned is if you want to do something, don't just wish it, do it. Last Thanksgiving, though, I was at my family's house, and my cousin showed me a video on his phone, and it was like a video of him making love to a prostitute. And when we went on the table and said what we're most thankful for, my cousin said that he got his money's worth. Mine was that I don't have the best vision. He could have paid my aunt to stuff the turkey. I don't know, I feel like showing someone a video of you having sex is like showing someone a video of you at a concert. Everyone's wondering why you're just not enjoying the moment. I just don't get like recording yourself during sex, because like I've never been like doing it. Like I've never been inside someone. And I'm like, I want to remember this later. Mainly because my phone has always been a long distance away. It's usually in my pockets on the floor. I'm not stopping. Unless the person asks, then, you know, I respect consent. I know a couple people already talked about self-checkout, but here's my hot take. I hate it. I really do. When I was in high school, I applied to work at a grocery store, and I'd call them. I'd go in there, nothing. Now they're okay with me working there for free. It's just so sad. You see like a 70-year-old woman with like a case of water, and she just like lifted up herself and, you know, scan it. It's like really heavy for her. And it's like, hey Ellen, welcome to retirement. Here's your first unpaid gig. I hate it. The one time I messed up, a red light popped up, and then an associate came over and she reviewed a video of what I did wrong. They don't care there. She didn't show me how I can improve. That's sad. I just hate self-checkout. I did go to an open interview at McDonald's one time. What an open interview at McDonald's is you could be in there wanting to buy a Big Mac, and then decide, you know what, I'm gonna make these. They called me back a few days later, and they were like, we don't need you.
Oh.
Do you know what it's like not getting hired by a clown? They have convicted felons there. The Hamburglar? My last job, I worked for a jewelry company, but right now, I work for a cemetery. And when I worked for the jewelry company, people ask me for like free or discounted jewelry all the time. And now that I'm at the cemetery, they still ask. And I look like a full-grown man, but inside I'm a giant child. I hate going to the doctor, especially to get blood work done. And last time I was there, the doctor was like, oh, Brett, are you afraid of needles? And I said, no, I don't like the machine sucking my blood through a straw. It's like a vampire that judges what you eat. I went after work, so I was wearing my steel-toed boots, and I got so nervous, I kicked the doctor. That is light-up sketcher behavior. keep looking at my lips up here, but it's like the fucking winter time. My lips are so chapped. I just did it because I was like thinking about it. Like my lips are so chapped. I was eating hot wings yesterday and I like burned my lips. Not like terrible bad, but I mean it stung. Speaking of food, I really like to cook and grill, and I love grilling. It's my favorite way to cook, and I like to buy different types of barbecue sauces. But when I go to like different stores or like go online to find different like homemade barbecue sauces, I get grossed out by the names. Like there's a barbecue sauce called Pig's Ass Rub. There's another barbecue sauce called Pig's Ass Rub Memphis Style. And then there's one literally called Professor Payne's Butt Blazin' Butt Fucker Recipe Number 6. I guess I'll move the chair back. Because I moved it very far back. I recently hit a mailbox with my car. And instead of driving away, I wanted to turn around and do the right thing and pay for it. But when I went up to the woman's house, she's really rude to me and yelling. And she said, "Don't even tell me you weren't texting." And I was like, what would that conversation look like? I hope I don't hit this mailbox. Next message, oops. She was really mean to me, and then when I was leaving, I was like, hey, when I bring the money over tomorrow to pay for it, do you want me to leave it in the mailbox? I pass this thing every day and I just want to take it out again. The problem is the police are going to look at it and then be like, there's 17 stab wounds. This person knew this mailbox. A few years ago, I had like a really old car and it got towed. And when I went to the police station to get proof of ownership, they gave me a piece of paper like describing my car, and in all quotes it put all around poor condition. Nothing of value inside. I was like, did they not see my Korn's greatest hits album? Amber Alerts are always old cars. So I tell kids, as long as that's a 2015 and up, get in. Thanks, guys. Go for Matt.
Brett Thomas, there is no one like Brett Thomas in Cleveland, and I say that with love. And if you need a cemetery discount, he's there for you as well. So, cemetery and comedy, that's all you need. Calling up next, well, I've not seen him perform, but I've heard great things, and he performs all over town. He's new to town, so you better give him a good Cleveland welcome. Bring it up to the stage, Zach Welch, get up here!
All right, hell yeah, thank you. Keep going from out, everybody. I'm gonna move this chair too. All right, I'm so happy to be here. Oh my goodness, this is the most masculine gay bar I've ever done stand-up in, I swear to God. Am I allowed to say that? Can I say, I was told this was a pseudo-gay bar. Are we keeping a secret?
It's
or are we like...
closet bar.
Oh, okay, well that makes sense, I suppose. We are at a train station, the place where I always go to get my dick sucked. No, it's cute. This is adorable. This is so cute. This is so nice. This is so much nicer than... The last gay bar I did stand-up in had a tub in the bathroom downstairs so you could pee on each other when you got done bombing. So, I feel like this bar has a claw foot, you know? Alright, cool. Cool. No, hell yeah, you guys are fun. This is cool. Speaking of sucking dick, I think my least favorite thing about sucking dick is how pregnant all of my teeth get. Anybody else? Anybody else have this problem? Pregnant ass teeth? It happens to me a lot, man. I'm glad we passed abortion in Ohio because if I wasn't noticing that my gums were bleeding after 6 weeks, I'd have to keep them. I'd have a whole mouthful of baby teeth.
Oh, it's bad.
And I like to drink, they come out all fucked up. I would need braces.
Oh.
The guy that came in my mouth's not gonna help me with it either. I'm gonna show up at his place, mouthful of 64 teeth, like, you're goddamn kids too, Justin! Alright, that joke only worked one time in my entire life, and I was hoping the gayish bar would work, but that's fine. That's alright. I do live in Cleveland now. I am new to Cleveland. I love Cleveland. Cleveland's a beautiful city to drive drunk in. Am I right? Come on, you guys. Where else in America can you play Keno in a Boost Mobile? I love it here. I'm never leaving. You know how they say that every breakup has a winner and a loser? The first boy that I ever kissed is currently in a federal penitentiary in Houston, Texas. And I am doing stand-up comedy in Cleveland, Ohio. So we are still tied, that's right. All right. Oh yeah. No, I moved here actually because you guys love fat people. That's not a thing in Colorado. I have a bear trap tattoo because I exclusively hook up with fat guys. You know, you gotta catch them. That's what I like. That's what I like. You wanna catch a bear, you gotta move to the woods. So I live in Cleveland now. I live here now. I got sick of living in Denver. I kept getting stuck in conversations at bars with crypto bros, and one day I said, you know what? I'd rather get shot. So I live in Cleveland now. Gotta go to the woods. Okay. Dick Cheney me daddy. I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't know where that came from. I have been drinking. Oh boy. I drove real far to get here, and now my headlight's out. So wish me luck. Wish me luck, Leonard. See, I can say it right. I don't know what the problem is with everybody who's from Ohio on this show not knowing how to pronounce these fucking cities. You guys, anytime you think it's going to be pronounced beautifully, it's not. Anytime, Berea, ew. Disgusting. You could have called it Berea and yet Polish. I don't know, whatever. I'm sorry, I should talk about something else. You guys, I'm trying to better myself. I'm trying to lose a little bit of weight. I do consider myself a Granny Smith gay because I'm round and bitter and old men lose their teeth in me. Hell yeah. Goddamn right. Never did find the one. You have 32 teeth, I have 64. Damn right, it's called dentures. Seen that movie Teeth? No, I'm sorry. Too far. I haven't seen that movie in a while. Terrifying though, right? Okay. I'm trying to drink less too. I'm trying to drink a little less. I tried to do Sober October and I made it like 3 days before that was over. But I am hoping to do better in whatever month rhymes with heroin. So wish me luck. Wish me luck, Northern Ohio. A city ravaged by opioid abuse. Okay, not the time, not the place to do that joke. Got it. What else? How else am I trying to better myself? I'm really not. I keep doing stand-up, so I'm here. Good, what else? Did you guys celebrate Thanksgiving with your families, or did you have a good day? I had a lovely day. My family does not live in Ohio. My little brother, though, my younger sibling, recently came out to the family as both gender fluid and pansexual, which makes me look like an old bigot because I just like dudes, and I feel badly about it. I remember when my parents love Tristan. They hate me. It's crazy, actually. When I was in high school, my dad walked in on me sucking some guy's dick and made me suck a whole pack of dicks. So. Did not help. It only made the problem worse, actually, if anything. What is doing that? What is doing that thumping noise? Is that this? Am I too loud? Alright, I don't know. Sorry, I'm sorry. I'm easily distracted. I smoke a lot of weed, you guys. I'm from Colorado. He said that's where, yeah. Yes, hell yeah. I decided to live here because it's cheap, I guess. Colorado's a desert, though. Denver is an absolute desert. It's a nightmare. Everyone here thinks it's like paradise. It's 95 degrees every day there. It's fucking disgusting. Everything's brown. It's nasty. And you know, it makes me think that I actually have an insight into this Israel-Palestine thing, which is just that the weather's terrible. Aww. You want a ceasefire? Get those people some ice water, man. I mean, that's what I think. I'm not saying Israel shouldn't exist. I'm saying Reno, Nevada shouldn't exist, you guys. Get these people out of the desert. That's all. Okay, that's my political material. Thank you. Okay, good. What else? What else do I want to talk about? I love football. Hell yeah, I can do it all. That's right. I'm very cool. I have a lot of friends that are guys. No, I like football. I'm a Jacksonville Jaguars fan for no reason. I think that they're really coming up, and I think it's fun. They had a strength and conditioning coach this offseason come out as gay, which is something you can't do if your team is bad, right? You can't be 12 losses on the season like, by the way. Not in today's NFL, man. It's a passing league, you know? I don't know what that means either. I'm sorry, I made that up. I was hoping this would be the off-season Aaron Rodgers came out as gay. Wouldn't that have been nice? Come on, what kind of straight guy dates Shailene Woodley? Yeah, you see, everyone with an HBO Max subscription knows exactly what I'm talking about. That's right. Hey, maybe I'm just jealous of the football players, man. I sprained my ankles standing up. I swear, my ankles are gay like my wrists are. They go whichever fucking way, dude. It sucks. I do think there should be more gay men in professional football. I think it would be so huge for young gay men in this country to turn on TMZ and see a linebacker beating up his boyfriend. You know, wouldn't that be? That's equality. All right, you might not like it, but that's what equality looks like. Cool. Something lighter? I have a boyfriend, thank you. I like to give my boyfriend roadhead, which is super dangerous because I'm the only one of us that drives. Yeah. I have a nut allergy, yes, the food kind, and on our first date we got Thai food, and I almost said I'm gonna get the pad Thai to tough it out through an allergic reaction, just to look cool. And you know what? I think if my throat had been closed, I could have given a pretty sweet blowski. I call that move anaphylactic cock. So use that at home. Take that home with you. I don't know if the guy that I'm dating is the one, but I certainly don't want to be single again. I remember I was on Grindr, I was doing the thing, and I had to ghost a guy that I was casually hooking up with because I found out that he was a sex offender.
Oh.
And not like an LOL urinating in the outlet, like a luring children on Craigslist.
Ah!
And I was so surprised at myself that at 32 years old, I still got it. Okay. Moisturizing. I'm sorry, I said something lighter and then I said that, didn't I? Damn. How about this? I love the little, I don't care what race the Little Mermaid is. I just wish Disney had the balls to make her fat. Oh, wouldn't that be nice? Just a roly-poly manatee of a girl in a purple shell bra, trying not to get hit by boats or whatever. Oh, that'd be great. If Disney wanted to go woke with the new Little Mermaid, it would be all about how Prince Eric is fat-phobic, you know? He'd be like, damn, you traded your voice for cankles? She'd be like, damn, I traded my voice for white boy dick? And then the raccoons are dead. It's 1500s Denmark, you don't talk to a man like that. Okay. All right, I told you guys I'm from Denver. I feel very at home in this sea of white faces. This is fun. Not what I was told about men, but okay. Good. I think that, let me see, is it football? I feel like this show's running a little late. I'm just gonna get more and get out of here. I think that we should be allowed to keep twinks as pets like cats. As long as TLC has to run a show about people who have way too many of them, right? I want to be on this show. I want to answer the door for the therapist and camera crew in a harness that I've knitted, and I want there to be malnourished dudes running under my furniture, just showing their buttholes to the camera, you know? And the therapist will be like, how'd it get this bad? And I'll be like, I see nothing wrong here. I've named them all Ryan. Thank you, I rescued them from a no-kill lacrosse team, so I'm keeping them. And then they just start pulling dead twink after dead twink out from underneath my trash, and I'm screaming, crying, like, I beat my twinks! And the county's coming to condemn my house because twink piss is very corrosive, anyway. And then the county does come, they put them all in chastity cages and load them up in the back of a van, and instead of meowing, they're saying things like, slay and fierce. And then the text before the credits comes up, and they did have to euthanize all my twinks. But my harness knitting business is booming, and I'm going to use it to fund my next venture, a bear reserve. All right. Hell yeah, hell yeah. You guys are going to like this next one as much as that one, but I'm an artist, okay? It's a free show, I'm an artist. If you paid for these jokes, I'm an entertainer. But I'm an artist tonight. Good. All my friends are straight guys because I love football and having unrequited crushes. You know, I'm always feeling gayest when I'm yearning. So, anybody else? Wow, a really tight-knit queer community out here in Menor. They do not know the joy and pain of having straight friends. I don't even know how to describe this to them now. I'm like, damn, do I have another joke that they would like better? I don't believe I do. No, that's all right. Let's see, what's good? What else? You guys like politics? No, I'm sorry. I'm so mad that we have to decide again between Donald Trump and Joe Biden this season because I like them both so much, you know? Okay. All right, that was fun for me. All right, bye. This is fine. I love you guys.
Put those hands together for Zach Welch. Oh. See, I can't have pets. I've just never home. Those twinks would starve all day. All right, we have one more comic, but I have one more joke, and it's a little intense for me, so I'm going to test it out, and you're going to let me know if it's good or bad. So, I was on Facebook, which, you know, I shouldn't be, because I'm 27, 28, 29, and someone reported that they had lost their pet tortoise. And my initial thought was, did you leave it in the backyard and just check it out a week later? Like, how fast did this tortoise move? And I was also concerned because if you can't take care of a tortoise, what animal could you take care of, right? I feel like you get downgraded to pet rock status. And then I thought, you know what? Maybe the tortoise isn't the only slow thing in that house, you know? Ooh. See, probably not the worst thing said tonight. I think all the other comics probably beat me out on that, but well, we have one more comic for you, and I'm so excited because I have not seen them perform in a few years. So come to the stage, closing this show down is the one, the only, the, how do I describe you? The entertaining, the next level, the jazz-tastic, Jessica Ann! Come on down and do what you want with this chair.
Hey everybody, y'all like pussy jokes? Because it's that time.
Yeah!
Alright, my people. First of all, I want to take a generational survey. I want to know like where my audience stands. We got baby boomers in the audience. Oh, nobody's going to admit to being a boomer. How about Gen X? We got a boomer right here. We got one. We got some Gen X. I know we got some Gen Xers. Fuck you. I know we do. Millennials? I know y'all don't know. Gen Z.
Yes, Gen Z.
Gen Z. All right. So you millennials are either approaching 40 or some of you might be hitting 40. I'm sorry to remind you. But I know you think in your 30s that you run out of fucks. That like, oh, I'm out of fucks, I'm done. But let me tell you, until you hit 40, your fucks grow back. You know, there's a weird occasional person that like always gives a fuck. You know those weirdos. But once you hit 40, you'll hit a day, maybe on your 40th birthday, that was for me. Your fucks just never come back. Let me give you some examples. For me, I see a child acting up in the store or at the beach, and I have no problem asking that child, where is your mother? Go find her. Because I don't have any fucks to give. There's a stop sign in my neighborhood I don't like. Fuck that stop sign. I don't stop anymore. All out of fucks. You know, they ask you at the gas station or everywhere if you want to make a donation to Rainbow Babies and Children's Fund. I tell them, fuck them kids. I don't give a fuck. Fuck them charities. Fuck off. I used to just politely decline, but I have no fucks left to give. So just, you know, keep that in mind, millennials, when you're like, I'm all out of fucks. No, you're gonna run out. It's gonna happen soon, but it probably hasn't happened yet. I do feel like now that I'm solidly Gen Xer, I missed some callings. So also for you, maybe Gen Zs, millennials, if you feel drawn to something, go for it, is my advice to you. In my 20s, these titties were fucking magnificent. And I did not, they're still magnificent. You can only, thank you. I did not show them off. I should have been a stripper. My name would have been Chestica. It would have been fabulous. This is my calling. It's okay. So, you know, if you feel drawn, do it. I found a new muse, I think, for the girls. If I ever go to prison, which if you know me, it's gonna happen. I'm gonna go to prison someday. I feel like they're a good place to hide the prison pepperoni that I'm gonna need to bribe the inmates so I don't have to write their appeals and shit. Keep it nice and toasty warm, you know? Or prison pepperoni. Another, you know, missed opportunity for me, I feel, was when the movie Sharknado came out. I don't know if anybody remembers that. I was in Walmart and I had an epiphany. I thought, I am going to make porn. This is my moment. I'm going to grab it. And I'm going to do Hornado. Instead of sharks falling out of the tornado, whores are going to fall out of the tornado. Hornami, Horquake, Hurricane, it'll be a whole fucking series. I did not know that the porn industry is way ahead of that. They had already done it. My sister had a great idea though. She said I should make the urban version of it and call it Honado, Hurricane, Honami, but it was a missed opportunity. So I told you there would be pussy jokes. I'm gonna apologize. I have not made any pussy jokes yet. Here they come. For you, yeah, literally. That's later, baby. For you Gen Xers, maybe some of you others, has anybody heard of the vagina monologues? Anyone? Somebody said vagina monologues. Okay, vagina monologues came out in the 90s. Eva Ensler wrote this magnificent piece where it was women, sometimes famous women, on stage talking about their vaginas. And it was revolutionary. You know, we didn't have WAP. We didn't have all of the shit that, like, we have nowadays where we talk about our pussies and we're proud and you can look them up and Google them and that sort of thing. And these women were on stage talking about how, you know, if their vagina had a name or if their vagina was a flower, it would be a beautiful daffodil. If my vagina had a voice, it would be a babbling brook or a sound, you know. And I remember sitting there thinking, that's not my pussy. Like, I have a fupa. I'm a big girl. Like, there's a lot of space down there. And, you know, I'm glad that these women have beautiful vaginas, but I just couldn't relate. And I sat there thinking, you know, if my vagina had a name, it would be Marge. Then, you know, Marge. Marge is a drinker. She chain smokes. She probably drives a truck. You know, and she's real open. She's like, yeah, look me in the eye, baby, give it to me, yeah. Marge, you know, what's prison pepperoni? You ever been the slammer? You know, that's my girl, Marge. So, I couldn't relate, but maybe someday Eve will come and approach me and I can do my own version of vagina monologues with Marge. So, speaking of my pussy still, a lot of space in the panties. You ladies have that little pocket. Does everybody know what I'm talking about? You got the little piece of fabric. Does anybody keep anything in their panty pocket? Guys, if you don't know, we have a little space between the panties. Huh? Coins! Your Aldi's quarter. That pocket is for your Aldi's quarter, right? If you don't believe me,
You shut the hell up.
let me show you. Hang on. What's in there? Aldi's quarter. I had to tape it though. All right, wait. There's more, because there's a lot of room, right? Remember? Hang on. I got some sea glass I picked up at the lake. We are in Leonard. Keep in mind, this is large March. Oh, we got cheese stick to go with prison pepperoni. All right, wait, we're not done. Oh, we're not done. Marge smokes. Yeah, Marge. It's a big pocket, kids. Stick with me here. Oh, we got a little chapstick, because I'm a chapstick lesbian. Couple more. Don't be afraid. Oh, we got a cat toy. I'm lesbian. You always want to bring a present for the girl's cat. Hang on, one or two more. I think we lost a few things. Oh wait, pen, because I'm practical. One more. Gotta put the mic down for this one. Marge likes gift cards. Yeah, she's stuck. Oh, there it is. All right. Candy pocket, ladies. If you're not using it, you're missing out on an opportunity. So.
That's it?
That's it.
Oh my God!
I know that's long. Sorry.
That was the perfect ending. Jessica Ann! Just to clarify for the audience, that came from the pocket above the pussy, like was not in anything. Outside the panties. Okay, so that was PG-13-ish, maybe. That wasn't X-rated just now, right? Just want to confirm for the few people who thought this was a family event. You know, I think we proved pretty early with the IUDs with Nahmit that this was not a family event. But all right, well, thank you so much for coming out. Oh, she's eating the string cheese from your panties pocket? How long has that been in you or on you? She's like the kitchen man on a mozzarella sticks. I had no choice. I really just wanted really warm cheese. And you guys, that's string cheese. That stuff, like once it's out of the fridge, it's gone within 5 minutes. Like it really does not hold well. So, well, thank you so much for coming out. I think our comics might stick around. So if you want to talk to anybody, make sure follow them on social media. If they have a sticker, I don't know, just buy their sticker. But thanks for coming out. We got to do this again soon. Thank you to all aboard. Oh Lord, choo-choo. The pseudo-gay bar to Quetzal. And once again, I want to go through our lineup. We had Nahmit, we had Karyn, Steve, we had Bryan and Brett and Zach and Jess. Thank you so much for doing this. I appreciate it. Have a good night. Get home safe. And do we have more cheese for the audience? No, just the one. Just the one. All right. Peace out. Thanks again.